Hello. Today we're diving into a tough but crucial topic: how abusers continue to humiliate and control women even after divorce. The first and most powerful tactic is shifting all the shame and guilt onto the woman. Abusers rarely admit, "I hit you, insulted you, cheated because I'm the aggressor." Instead, they build a narrative. "You destroyed the family. You're a bad mother. The kids suffer because of you. You're selfish for leaving." This is done systematically and deliberately. Why? Because the best way to keep control is to make someone believe they're the one at fault. When a woman starts thinking she's the one who ruined everything, she stops defending herself. She stops saying, "You abused me." Instead, she wonders, "Was I not a good enough wife?" This is classic projection combined with victim blaming. The abuser projects his guilt onto you and blames you for being the victim. It's especially effective in cultures with stigma around divorced women, like in the US, where divorcee can still carry judgment. What can you do if this voice is in your head or coming from your ex? First, document facts, not feelings, dates, words, actions. Seeing it on paper breaks the "I'm guilty" narrative. Second, stop arguing. Every response feeds his control. He doesn't want truth, he wants you defending. Third, remind yourself, shame is his weapon, not your reality. That's part one. In part two, we'll talk about public humiliation and how abusers destroy your reputation with kids, friends, and colleagues. If this resonates, like and subscribe. See you in a second. The second tactic is public humiliation and smear campaigns. The abuser doesn't stop at private messages. He tells his version to everyone: friends, neighbors, colleagues, your kids' parents, and even the kids themselves. Common phrases victims hear: "She's an alcoholic, crazy, cheater, abandoned the kids. She's a bad mother, so I'll take custody. She left because she's selfish." He might show up at a school meeting and loudly say it to teachers, post screenshots out of context in group chats, or spread rumors through mutual acquaintances. The goal? Isolate you and strip your support. When everyone looks at you with judgment, you feel even lonelier and more guilty. This is social ostracism plus reputation damage. The abuser knows. If society turns against the victim, she's more likely to stay silent or even return. It's especially painful when kids are involved. "Mom left us, mom hates dad, mom is bad." The child becomes an unwitting abuser's tool. What to do? First, document everything. Every insulting text, post, message to third parties. Save screenshots with dates. This can be key in court for custody or restraining orders. Second, don't engage in public fights. The more you defend, the more fuel for his narrative. Third, find at least one person who knows the truth and believes you. One ally can outweigh dozens of his voices. That's part two. In part three, we'll cover the long-term effects and how to start reclaiming your life. If it's hard like the video, it's a sign of solidarity. Continuing now. And the final part, what remains after years of humiliation and abuse, especially post-divorce. Common effects on women. 1. Chronic shame and feeling I'm unworthy of love. Hyper-responsibility. I must prove I'm a good mom person. Trust issues, even good men seem dangerous. Constant anxiety. What if he starts again? Physical symptoms. Insomnia, headaches, stomach issues, hair loss. This isn't weakness. It's post-traumatic response, a complex trauma from repeated abuse. Now the most important, how to get out. First, accept you don't owe proof to anyone, not your ex, his family, or society. Your worth doesn't depend on their opinion. Second, therapy. Ideally, a trauma-informed or DV-informed specialist. Methods like EMDR, somatic experiencing, or IFS work great for these effects. Third, rebuild boundaries. Minimal contact with the abuser, gray rock method, or parallel parenting. No discussions about you with kids. Block all his allies, spreading gossip. Fourth, small wins against shame. Say aloud daily, "I survived hell and lived. That makes me strong, not weak." Fifth, support circle. Find at least one person who says, "You're not crazy. What they did to you is a crime." One voice can drown out 100 abusers. You're not broken, you're wounded. And wounds heal. Thanks for watching this heavy breakdown. If it helped, like and subscribe. Share anonymously in comments if you want. You're not alone. Take care.